My name is Robert Tomczak. I am a sergeant in the Delaware National Guard. I am a 68 Whiskey flight medic, part of Charlie Company 1st of the 126th Medevac. I joined not really for the benefits, I was just looking for the opportunity to serve. I do plan on utilizing the college benefits in the future. In my civilian job, I am a paramedic for Newcastle County EMS. I have received a multitude of additional training that benefits my civilian job, and I've experienced my civilian job that has transferred well over to the military as well. Probably the coolest thing was just getting to do the medevac missions, just getting that rush of getting out to running out to the aircraft, doing the run-ups and flying out there as fast as you can to pick somebody up and hopefully help make a difference. Really made all the training and the time and the sacrifices I've had to make to do this job and be a part of this team well worthwhile. I'm Sergeant Robert Tomczak, and this is why I guard.
My name is James Knightley, Installation Fire Chief of the 166th Civil Engineering. Our primary mission is the actual assets on the ramp, the C-130s, and then the members of the Delaware Air National Guard. But we also have an agreement with the outside volunteers that we will assist anytime that they call on us. So up to this point now, we're probably about 250 calls for the year, which is extraordinary considering when I first started, we were lucky if we broke 20 calls a year. We've had monthly meetings about the exercise for about the last 6 months, 7 months. But as far as coordination with the outside agencies, like training for the exercise, we haven't done any. So there's three things in firefighting. It's called LIPS, life safety, incident stabilization, and property conservation. They're the three priorities in any emergency situation. So the first thing we got to do is protect the lives. That's getting the people that we can move out of the area of the danger and putting the fire out. So we're stabilizing the incident. That's life safety, incident stabilization. If we stop the fire from spreading anywhere, incident stabilization. Property conservation, if we can save the aircraft, we'll save the aircraft, but that's not our number one concern. The number one concern is the people. There's always room for improvement when it comes to firefighting. As far as the performance, I believe it went very well. Most of these guys here have not been through one of these exercises before. We are a relatively young department, if you will. I'm proud of the coordination that we've put in with the Wilmington Manor Fire Department, with my guys. Like I said, we are a young department. I've only been the fire chief for a little over a year. My assistant chiefs have maybe 4 years experience, and my captains with 2 to 3 years experience. And for being such a young department, I think they did an outstanding job.
So Kelly, good morning.
Morning, Sergeant Belfast.
How's everything this morning so far?
It's going well. How are you doing, Sergeant?
Not too bad. So what do you know about IPSA?
I know it will be the future of the Army's HR capabilities. We'll be able to move away from paper forms.
Good morning, Sergeants.
Good morning, Specialist Brown.
Special Brad, how are you? Not too bad. Good thing that you walked right in.
Why is that?
Actually, we're just talking about the new thing with the Army, which is the IPSA.
Oh, that's cool. I received the email about that a few days ago. Did y'all get the email?
I did.
Actually, you know what? Everyone should have received the email yesterday. So basically, it's just letting everybody know the IPSA is coming. It's a 7-minute video, and it's easy to log in. It kind of tells you everything about it. You guys have any questions so far?
I actually have a question. Can you tell us more about IPSA and how it will benefit us?
Sure. So IPSA is an integrated personal pay system, Army. So it's a mobile system now, more friendlier. You get to check everything else, just like your pay problems, pay issues. If anyone wants to get promoted, you can check your personal actions. If you want to change your address, if you moved anywhere, you can do it yourself. Anytime, anywhere, basically. So
you said mobile, so I can do it straight from my phone at home?
correct. So everyone should have a DS log on. They do have a capability of your CAC, but you have to download the app. So, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube showing us how to do this stuff. So
That's pretty cool. I did say they have a YouTube channel, like you said. So
Yep.
there's a video,
Sure.
the 10 good things about IPSA. Y'all mind watching it?
nope, I'd like to see it.
Let's check it out.
All right.
Let's do it.
Has your pay ever been wrong? Has it taken too long to get your pay errors fixed? Did your pay get messed up during your last move or deployment? Well, the Integrated Personnel and Pay System, Army, will transform human resources, pay, and talent management for the total Army. And when fully deployed, IPSA will deliver several advantages to soldiers, HR professionals, and senior leaders. And the top 10 advantages are: Number 10, IPSA is not dimers. The IPSA program has unprecedented support from the highest level of Army leadership and is utilizing lessons learned from dimers. IPSA is being built for the Army, by the Army, with input from senior leaders, subject matter experts, and technical experts from all three components. Number 9, training. Providing comprehensive online and classroom training for all soldiers. Soldiers are able to learn, utilize, and benefit from IPSA's innovative technology. Number 8, a comprehensive personnel and pay record, providing soldiers near real-time access to an online record for their entire career, ensuring full credit and benefits. Number 7, total force visibility, streamlining transitions between active, guard, and reserve, maximizing the potential for soldiers to enhance Army readiness. Number 6, talent management, allowing leaders to track knowledge, skills, and behaviors, placing the right soldier in the right job at the right time. Number 5, auditability, supporting the congressional requirement for auditable financial statements, a secure, efficient, and accurate system. Number 4, integrated personnel and pay, automatically triggering pay changes based on personnel updates, reducing pay and benefit errors, and increasing the timeliness of soldier pay in one system. Number 3, online self-service portal, allowing soldiers to start and track HR and pay actions online, reducing personnel record errors, eliminating paper form, and increasing soldier financial readiness. Number 2, customer service capabilities, answering soldiers' questions as they use IPSA in a timely and efficient manner. Soldiers are able to focus on their mission instead of waiting in limbo to resolve personnel issues. And the number 1 advantage of IPSA, it is transformational for the 21st century, improving how the total Army supports soldiers with a modern, reliable, and adaptive system, eliminating the manual paper-driven HR processes of today and replacing them with online capabilities of the 21st century. And there you go, the top 10 advantages that will make IPSA a game changer for today's modern Army. To learn more, go to ipsa.army.mil/advantages.
I'd be quite remiss if I didn't recognize our senior leaders, General Airy, General Funding, General Timmons. It means the world that you can take the time out of your day to come and support little old me as your new wing commander. I really appreciate it. Let's start with legacy. For the retirees and any of those who have served before, thank you for leaving this fantastic wing in your midst, because it took a lot of work to keep this mission going through all the changes that it's experienced over all the years of operation. I know sometimes it wasn't easy, but for those of you, especially you generals, thank you so much for leading the wing that we have today for me to assume command.
It was 4 months long. It was from November to March. When I got there, it was a lot of devastation and debris everywhere. Kind of, you know, from the airport, it was pretty fine when we arrived. And when we took the bus from the airport to Tyndall. On the road there, we just saw the houses that were, the roofs come off, the trees looked like they were snapped twigs, and as soon as we arrived on base, we noticed that the fence line was completely gone. We noticed that we were actually there when we saw a sign that said "Welcome to Tyndall." We got inside the base. We were welcomed pretty much with Tent City, and we were like, "Oh, I guess this is our home for the next 4 months." But and that when we left from there, they need a lot of work. They still need a lot of repairs to be done. You know, we were just basically our law enforcement. That's what we were tasked to do. A lot of their guys were evacuated because they also lost their homes and their stuff down there. So we were pretty much helping them out while they were taking care of their personal belongings and personal family members and everything like that. So while we were down there, like I said again, we were tasked with the law enforcement. So we were preventing any looters or any contractors, making it a lot more safe, or should I say safer, for people to come onto the installation and help repair and stuff. They dealt with a lot of FEMA contractors, people that were coming in from off base just to help out, and they also needed to get vetted. So our job as security forces was pretty much to maintain the security on that base and ensure that there wasn't any type of looting going around, people stealing stuff from houses and from the installation itself. When we first arrived there, looting was an issue because the security wasn't fully tight there. When we got there, there was already a team already in place 30 days when we arrived. So they already had people stealing stuff and everything like that from like suppliers. So they were apprehended and stuff. They did what they were supposed to do as security forces. When we arrived on there, it was just mainly to maintain that security and maintain that there was no more of that looting going on, especially with the contractors coming in and not knowing who they were, what they were capable of, what they wanted to do. Lasting impressions, I guess, would have to be staying in Tent City. It was to be at I would say a deployed location or so, and having that same feeling stateside was kind of like weird. So it's like I'm going to a deployment here stateside, not overseas. Now I'm not going over there to do any combat role or anything like that. I'm over there just to make sure that nobody's stealing stuff from people's houses. But it just looked like a deployed area where everything was just completely destroyed, and we're just there living in tents and doing things like we were if we were deployed. It was like Fob Tyndall is what we called it. So, well, I mean, I guess if I have to say, if the hurricane didn't destroy it, the after effect of the hurricane destroyed it, which was a lot of issues with the wildlife that was down there. They had bears, deers running rampant, and also mold issues after the storm. So if the house wasn't destroyed on the outside physically, it was destroyed inside, and destroyed outside as well from the garbage and the stuff that the animals bring in and go inside the houses itself.